WrestleMania 41 is in literally 2 days from now. And the next couple of videos will be a SmackDown review, WrestleMania review, Raw review, and then my regular content. But before we get into the review section of this YouTube channel, we are going to be ranking every WrestleMania 41 feud. And let me just tell you, these are my opinions, in my opinions only. So you believe down in the comments below what feud you think has been in the tier rankings, or if you would switch some tiers around, if you switch some feuds around. That's your opinion. Put it down in the comments below. But before we get into this video, drop a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you. And I just farted. And let's get into today's wrestling video. Why did I say that? That's so dumb. Anyway, tiers are awesome, good, mid, and trash can with the trash can symbol. As always, these are our tiers. And I mean, we literally got every single WrestleMania match you can say to ever. But I think it's fair to start off with the Sin City Street Fight. Damian Priest takes on Drew McIntyre in the Sin City Street Fight. And I remember all of us saying from the very beginning, this match was going to suck. This match was going to be doggy doo-doo. Nobody's going to care about it. This feud has sucked. Why is this feud happening? We could give so much stuff better to Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest. But we ended up, most of us, I think, ended up liking this feud. I think this feud has been built out wonderfully, and the European crowds kind of helped it to be built in better. But I mean, since it got back to the North American crowds, it's also been built pretty solidly good, and I honestly have liked this feud so far, so I'm gonna put it in the go awesome here. The brutal segments, Drew McIntyre getting literally chokeslam through a car, basically, and then Damian Priest doing all of his stuff. Drew McIntyre literally last Friday, literally giving what's this called? I forget what it's called. What's that finisher he's called? What's the DD finisher that Future Shock? The Future Shock DDT on this thing. What was it? That was cool. Crazy. So yes, it will go and toss here. And by the way, remember, my opinion only does not apply to you. It applies to me only, unless you have the same opinion, but I doubt you have the same opinion as me. Just gonna let you know. Next up, we got the Women's Tag Team Championship feud, which is Liv and Raquel and Bayley and Lyra. This has barely even been a feud, and let's just be saying it's not a feud at this point. It's literally just was a match put together to get the Liv on the match and Bayley on the WrestleMania match card, and to get the tag team titles on the match card. And also, we cannot forget this was also a match that was just thrown together in a gauntlet match. No feud, no build leading up to WrestleMania, a 2-week build to WrestleMania, and basically nothing has happened. So I'm gonna put it in the trash category. And actually, I don't want to put it in the trash category. I'm gonna put it in the mid territory, because they've kind of been building a feud out, but it barely. And trash can was being kind of harsh, and I think mid is gonna be the best place to put it. I don't know if I made it wrong, so I might change it later. We'll find out. We will find out and see. But it's barely been a feud anyway, so that's kind of why it's in there anyway, because nobody cared about it. Next matches, we got the War Raiders versus New Day for the World Tag Team Championships. And let me just tell you something. Automatically, this match is going right here. There's multiple reasons why. Reason one, first off, nobody actually cares about this match. This match, people want this match to be on the Raw. It could be the Raw after Mania. It could be the Hack. It could be the Raw. It could have been last It could have been this week. It could have been this week, but no, they had to save it for WrestleMania for a match that nobody wants to see at WrestleMania. This match, honestly, probably would have fit back at the Raw after Mania because it would have been a great experience to see the New Day win a big match after the biggest, grandest show of them all. That would have been perfect, but no, WWE decided let's put the World Tag Team Champions on a WrestleMania show, and not the ones who've been cooking all year, but the titles that have been basically doing nothing, how the Judgment Day had them for 90% of the year of 2024. So, why not put them on the show, but not the SmackDown titles? You see this glaze? You see this glaze on Raw? You see them? I don't know how they couldn't just... I don't know how they failed the Raw Tag Team division so badly. They booked the SmackDown Tag Team Championship so beautifully over the past 12 months. And it doesn't make sense. It doesn't at all. It's like they were better together than apart. Like, we gotta wish them for being apart, but it ended up being a backfire. Honestly, like, I don't understand how that worked. I'm not even joking. Anyway, let's go with the Jade Cargill and Naomi feud. I've loved the Jade Cargill Naomi feud. It makes sense. Jade Cargill's been beating down Naomi basically since Elimination Chamber, and Naomi barely got any offense in since then, which is she got some. Actually, she has some offense in it. And I think this feud makes sense. Obviously, it makes sense because Naomi was the one who took out Jade in the first place and made her be sidelined for multiple months. And I think it's better than this Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest feud because it's kind of long-term storytelling. But mostly the Drew McIntyre one and Damian Priest one are also long-term storytelling. I like the Jade Cargill and Naomi feud better. It's just been better put together in my opinion. And there's a more valid reason, I guess, for Jade Cargill to hate Naomi. Because honestly, I don't see what Damian Priest did wrong, honestly. I think he just took his moment, honestly. He just took it. Because if you honestly really think about it, it's honestly CM Punk's fault, honestly. Because CM Punk, in every single chance, he caused Drew McIntyre, and Damian Priest took advantage of the situation and won his matches. So I don't see how this is Drew McIntyre's fault. Damian Priest's fault. I would do the same thing if I was Damian Priest. This is my opinion, but whatever. Anyway, let's go for the El Grande Americano and Rey Mysterio feud. That's honestly have been going on for a couple of weeks. Been pretty good, and it kind of was just a match they threw together just to get Rey Mysterio on El Grande Americano on the WrestleMania card. But honestly, I kind of loved it so far, so I'm gonna put it on the good category. It's been great. I think they're gonna have a great WrestleMania match. It's gonna be I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be the second best match, maybe third best match of the night in ring wise. And I'm honestly very, very excited for this match. I hope I can already see the future. Big things are gonna happen in this match. Maybe we get a masking of Rey Mysterio, or who the identity is of El Grande Americano. Though I think I already know who El Grande Americano is. I think he's Omos. Yeah, I mean, Omos could be being repackaged right now. Honestly, that sounds like a perfect plan for Omos. Being repackaged is El Grande Americano, a literal, what's the word I'm looking for? Luchador? He was already kind of a luchador. He wasn't really, he was, never mind. Ignore me. Anyway, I think it's Omos, but that's my opinion. Anyway, next up we got the Jacob Fatu LA Knight United States Championship feud, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I've loved this feud better than any other feud so far on the list. And because Jacob's been a beast and a menace and a monster and just beating up LA Knight, and LA Knight kind of getting his payback sometimes on Jacob, but Jacob knows not like BFTs, all the moves that LA Knight starts hitting him with, because Jacob Fatu is that insane of a man. He can do that. Hey, heck, he's not a man, he's a beast. Beastie boy. And we're gonna find out who our new United States champion is at Wrestlemania 41. Don't know if I forget if it's night 2 or 1. Don't remember. So, yeah. Though, cannot wait. It has been a super exciting feud for me personally. Now, let's just get to the hell out right. Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, Punk. We're just putting that right here. Honestly, I'm gonna put that right down here. Actually, I've changed my mind. I've changed my mind where I put these feuds. Yeah, I've changed my mind. Yeah, let's go. The reason is because it's Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. They've been all crazy. This is the favor that's been intertwined in the story. Paul Heyman been intertwined in the story. Favor's been intertwined in the story. All three men genuinely hate each other for their reasons. Seth's reason is because CM Punk didn't reply to his text. And Roman Reigns' reason to hate Seth Rollins is because Seth Rollins put a chair in his back. Seth Rollins hates Roman Reigns for being a literal tribal chief. Punk hates Seth. I don't know why Punk hates Seth, honestly. Roman hates Punk because he hates everyone that's not his family. I'm gonna guess. Honestly, it's just been a great feud so far. That's my opinion, but yeah. Anyway, let's go on to the Intercontinental Championship feud. Obviously, we know who that Braun, Finn, and my boy Dirty Dom. Honestly, this feud has been very good booked, and I love how all these men have had interactions in the past month or two, and I'm gonna put it behind. Actually, I'm going to put it right in front of Jade Cargill and Naomi because I absolutely love the Braun Breaker spear. Carlito being sacrificed for the 5 weeks in a row, being speared by the Braun Breaker super spear. By the way, congratulations for Carlito for not being being alive for 5 weeks of torture. You can look back at my old Raw reviews. Like in the past month or two, you will see it in most of those, in like the last month or Raw reviews, you will see that Carlito keeps on getting speared by Braun Breaker. I don't understand it. This man needs a break. Someone sacrifice, give someone else a sacrifice like Jay. Oh wait, I forgot JD's injured. Finn Balor can take the. I don't care. Not my boy Dom though. He kind of got speared, but he didn't take the brutal of the impact. Carlito took most of the impact, so technically Carlito got speared. My opinion. Anyway, let's move to the Women's World Championship match, and let me just tell you, this kind of started the crazy road to kind of one of the reasons this road to WrestleMania has been kind of crazy, and it started off with John Cena turning heel, obviously, and then Rhea Ripley losing her championship after Elimination Chamber when she lost to Io Sky. And these three women has just been cooking in this feud ever since Elimination Chamber and basically since beginning of March. And I think these three women deserve to be on WrestleMania. In my opinion, this feud has been awesome. But I think it's actually been a little bit better than it might be better than this. Honestly, it might be better than that one because all three of the women had better chemistry, I think, than the ones I just mentioned. So yeah, I think it is on that. Honestly, I think it goes there. They've been very awesome and they've been very, very good. And this feud to me has just been working and it's been cooking on too many different levels. You can't even count. It goes too high. It goes past my roof, up in the sky, and up down below it. we don't talk about what I just said in the last part. Anyway, let's move on to Tiffany Stratton and Charlotte Flair for the World Women's Champion. I don't even know whatever championship it is anymore. It's not the Women's World Champion. It was the Women's Championship. That's the title it's called. I should have knew that. I'm gonna be completely honest. This feud has been like kind of wild. It's been up and it's been down. It's been up. It's been down. It's kind of going on the right trajectory at this point, but does sadly go in the. Honestly, it's a little. It got moved up to this spot. If it was continuing on the trajectory it was going to go, where Charlotte Flair just kept on burying Tiffany Stratton, it would have gone mid or even trash again. But since Tiffany kind of got her payback when she said, "What are you, 3-0? Woo!" And or 0-3, woo! And threw the microphone at her. That kind of, and the Kaisers in my DMs line kind of elevated this feud, and mostly because Charlotte Flair absolutely looks like a dummy head, and even ChatGPT thinks she should lose, and I think they agree. I think they should absolutely agree, because why wouldn't they? I mean, am I right? But yeah, Charlotte's been kind of a crybaby, unprofessional person during this feud, so I don't think. So that's kind of why it's not awesome, but it's my opinion. Anyway, let's go to the Gunther versus Jey Uso feud. And honestly, I wish this feud was better. They had more time than they had any time ever building a WrestleMania show out. They had from literally February 1st to April 19th. To build out this WrestleMania show, and it took almost the entire 2 months they had to book this show out, almost 3 months, to finally get this Jey versus Gunther match feud actually good. That's crazy. It took them almost 3 months to get this feud to be actually good. They took half of their time to getting the feud to be good. How do you do that? That's impressive. Not even joking. That's really impressive. It took them that long to get this match to work. That's impressive to me. That's very impressive. But this match does go in the good chaos. I've been liking it a little bit more ever since Jimmy got destroyed. And honestly, I kind of like it more than Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest match. So it goes in good. Doesn't go in awesome because it kind of was kind of mid in the beginning. If they kept on the trajectory where Jey kept on slipping and kind of where they're going, it probably would have gone mid to trash can. My opinion. Anyway, I think that blood where Jimmy almost died actually did do something for me, so that's why I think good. Anyway, let's put the Logan Paul versus AJ Styles feud, which I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know if this been. Is it a feud? It might be even worse than the New Day at the War. At least AJ and what's it called? AJ and Logan Paul have some like clashes, kind of like the New Day, but it's going in a trash can. They haven't really done anything with the feud. Obviously, I know the match is going to be great, but I'm talking about the feud specifically. And obviously, the match probably going to be probably one of the best, maybe even the best match of the night. But the feud in general has been really trash, and I've not really liked it. So yeah, that's why it goes in the trash category. Got it? Good. Now we're moving on to the final match in the main event of the whole show of each night. Is John Cena versus Cody Rhodes for the undisputed WWE Championship feud. You know where I'm putting this automatically. You should at least know. Right above every single other match and feud, because nobody expected a John Cena heel turn. If you did, you're lying. Second off, Cody Rhodes and John Cena has exchanged heat, and disgusting promos that have literally almost destroyed each other. Cody Rhodes laying out John Cena. Matter of fact, tomorrow John Cena is supposed to be on SmackDown, which I can't wait to hear what he has to say until WrestleMania. And I bet him and Cody are gonna cook, and I kind of have a feeling that he might add it to the adjustment, Cody Rhodes, or if Cody Rhodes does cross-road him. But I think John Cena would get his payback literally the night. If John Cena added to Cody Rhodes on the SmackDown, John Cena is not winning at night 2. If he stands tall, he's not winning. That's the new rule. That is the new rule. If John Cena added to Cody Rhodes at SmackDown tomorrow, Cody Rhodes is winning and walking out of the championship with the championship. I figured it out. I'm so smart. So smart. Anyway, this is my list. In the awesome, we got John Cena, Cody Rhodes, Seth Rollins, Punk, Roman, Rio, Io, Bianca. Anyway, I'm done. You can just look at the list. You have time. I'll give you 5 seconds. That's it. Okay. So anyway, that's all I've got to say. I hope you have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!